Good evening. If you were tuning in for Miss Nancy Grace, well, you're in the right place. I'm her cousin, Fancy Grace, and I'm here to talk all about Kohberger because Nancy's busy with the twins. I've got an amazing panel. Stay tuned. Thank you all again for joining me, Fancy Grace. Let's talk about this. What is going on in Idaho? I don't know what's going on. Prosecutor has messed up everything, it seems. Or did he? Let's see what you all think about this moons and stars alibi or non alibi, however you choose to look at it, given by Mr. Defendant Bryan Kohberger. It's all a bunch of hocus pocus and smoke screens. That Ann Taylor, she is just a piece of work, running up all of our money, just trying to make up some lies. Lies, I say. Only person that ever tells the truth is Bill Taylor. Or Bill. What's his name? Bill Thompson.
It's great to be here, Fancy. Thank you. I've worked at the marijuana smoke shop for like 4 years, and I've never seen anyone in here. Yes, I work in the back only. Yeah.
That was just excellent. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you for sharing with this. Now, to my other expert panelists, FBI specialist and data analysis crime reader, Alice, go.
Thanks for having me tonight, Nancy. Yeah, I just want to say, I've been following this from the beginning, and all the pro-workers out there, you're disgusting. This guy's a psycho. I mean, get real. He was kicked out of school. He was kicked out of his house. He was kicked out of life. He's a loser.
Times like this make me think of top mom Casey Anthony and what she did to that baby. Jogging at night, hiking. This is all nonsense. What do you think, Fred?
Thanks for having me, Fancy. I just want to say, this is an opening closed case. The defense is grasping at straws here. Kohberger, looking at stars. Get a life. They're gonna blow this out of the water. This is total lies.
Nancy's sources? Or it may be in that Banfield woman. I don't know. Somebody's sources said that there was a woman who had Kohberger put in cameras in her apartment. And that maybe he could have been watching through the cameras. Anything's possible. He could be doing that. He could. So I wonder what his neighbors think of him. We found one of them neighbors. Let's see what she had to say. Go.
Yes, I lived underneath Mr. Kohberger at the Pullman Apartments, and he ran that vacuum sometimes twice a day. Murderer!
Thanks for having me, Fancy. Look, it's obvious to me, I work for the street department, that anybody could hack into the cameras and add a little Elantra and then turn it going the wrong way and then put it back in at the wrong time. Whoops.
Just like Nancy told me, it is no big deal that, we made a little snafu on the, Bryan wasn't stalking anyone business, but let's get down to where was he? He says his phone and an expert can prove that he was not at the scene. Is this true? Expert panelist?
Yes, as an expert in law enforcement techniques, I can tell you. Alibi schmalibi. This guy turned off his phone. He drove around the town. He breathed the same air. It's obvious to anyone who's not a pro-burger. He's guilty.
It's times like this that I think about Nancy's twins and wonder what they would be like in school. I wonder what little Bryan and his little gloves and his hand sanitizer were like in school. Well, we found one of his schoolmates. Let's see what they have to say.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Fancy. I came on because, I know Bryan back from when we went to school together, back in Pennsylvania, and, he was definitely crazy, acted really weird, wore gloves a lot around the trash. I mean, he's definitely the killer.
Professor McDougal, you're up. Let me know, what are we supposed to think about this evidence this new expert's going to testify to about Bryan's phone actually knowing where he is? What do you know about this, Doctor?
Thank you, Fancy. I have to tell you, this computer knowledge man talking about phones and not in one place. Yeah. All junk science. All junk science. Only fools would believe anyone other than Kohberger did it.
Okay, Doctor, Professor, whatever your name is, I could just reach out and just spank you right now. But, anyway, sorry. What about the real DNA on Kohberger that we got off of his daddy out of the trash? Tell us more.
What is touch DNA? We ignore the word touch. We just say DNA evidence. DNA evidence. It doesn't matter that don't worry about the touch, okay? Don't worry about that. Just shh. Kohberger has DNA.
So let me see if I have this correct. We know Kohberger's phone pinged off the towers, that he was in the area 12 times prior to the murders. Now we're just supposed to think that these phones are accurate to tell us he's in hacking? I mean, how do we know a cougar didn't make that call? What do you think, kitty cat Carl?
Thanks now, Fancy darling. Can you tell me any time in history, and I'll wait, when someone was a police officer and actually planted evidence? What? Who's Mark Furman?
From the forensics section of the library? Dolores, what do you think?
It's pretty obvious to me, Fancy, that these pro-burgers just don't want to see facts are pinging Wi-Fi's, visiting, revisiting. It's all gone down. Stalking. I mean, everybody knows. Why are you even asking?
Special Agent Fox, can you explain what we're supposed to think about this new information? Why is everything so quiet?
There's a clear-cut reason we keep things close to the vest on the police force. Can't let you know all the facts and stuff. We asked people. We interviewed them. Hey, did you do this? They said no. We marked them cleared. We moved on to the next one.
I'm going to close out tonight's broadcast after I've begged you to please hit the like, hit the subscribe, please. Anyway, I have one of my good friends here today. She is just very special. She's a architect, a forensic architect. So she's an expert in this field, and she's going to give us just some insight on everything that's going on. Like, what do you think is going on, Franny? Fill us in.
Hello, old friend. Yes, I'm an expert cashier from Target, and I need to let you know. I have analyzed the data myself. I mean, he was in the area. He pinged off of Wi-Fi's, bouncing here, there, everywhere. He's guilty.
In all Nancy's years as a prosecutor, and she was a darn good prosecutor, she would have just done things better than Bill. Just better. But What you can do right now is, if you enjoyed seeing Fancy tonight and you'd like me to fill in from time to time when Nancy needs to be with the twins, please, please, please hit that thumbs up button, that like button, and that will let them know that you want more Fancy, that you enjoyed this content. I would really appreciate it because Nancy gets all the attention. It's just not fair. So please, like it, subscribe. Fancy will come back. She'll do all the trials if you want.
Pay no attention to the facts, people. It is only Kohberger. Only Bryan is hated by all of Idaho and all his family and everybody who ever went to school with them.
Well, friends, the time has come for us to say goodnight. And with all jokes aside, I duly do offer my condolences to all the families involved in this horrific case. I just seek to put a little bit of light on it because everything gets so serious and overwhelming at times. Sometimes you just need to have a little bit of a laugh. Next time, maybe I'll do all the non-Kohberger people. What do you think? Give me something in the comments. What would you like to see Fancy Grace talk about? I do like that lawyer, you know. All right. That Andrew D. Myers is kind of cool, too. We could talk to him. I don't know. We can have fun. Let's just do it. Let's just give me something in the comments. But if you got hate, don't participate. It's ugly. And God bless the families of the victims. And I mean that from my heart. They are angels. And they are to be remembered fondly. Good night.